Okay. Upstairs. Oh, okay. Don't give me lying there. We're not there no more. Up here. Okay.
All right, see what we got coming here. Waiting to get my numbers from the starting line. Mike DeClark out there. They figured that's the best place for Mike DeClark is out in the middle of the water, away from everybody. I'm sure nobody's feelings are hurt about that. We stick Mike out in the middle of the lake. Here. I've been doing this 44 years. Nobody is safe from Roger Monroe. Remember, I'm broadcasting on 87.9 FM. Put your radios on that. You'll be able to hear everything, everywhere you go to. And also, by putting on 87.9, that gives you the option to turn me off if you get tired of me.
Talking shit, Roger? Talking shit?
Yeah, I guess some of Mike's friends up here. Is that Wreckin' Ralph out there? Wreckin' Ruff? Wreckin' Ralph.
Where's Josh? Where's my car?
All right, getting some more boats loaded on the rope out there. Continuing on our test and tune, remember, $20 per pass. Bring your money with you. They'll collect it at the ramp. Okay, single one, inside lane, Matt Hudson in Dead Man's Hand out of Hayward, California, running for Jim Robertson. Matt Hudson's out of Escalon, California. It's a 501-inch motor and a dart motor, in the Curtis Hydro. Gives a thanks to Matt Hudson and family and to Glenn Hutchinson and Joe Shelpo. Inside lane, single one. A good stout run out of Matt Hudson. Runs a 3:58 in the 8th mile at 125.42 miles an hour. He is in the 660 class, which is referred to as, I think, what did he tell me the name of that class was? He wrote it down anyway. So, Unlimited Outlaw, something like that. Yeah. Oh, hey, anyway. Yeah, he ran a 3:58 at 125.46 miles an hour. All right, who we got up next year? Okay, outside lane. Mark Reese in the Hydro Quarter Zone out of Port Mojave, Arizona, sponsored by McLaughlin Supply, Reese Motorsports, CarQuest, and a special thanks to Jim and Hound Dog Howard. Inside lane is going to be Jim Shelton, Smoking White, out of Stockton, California, sponsored by O'Reilly's Auto Parts, 3D Custom Boats, Ron and Joey Gross of Gross Racing, Digital Propeller, Adams Underground, AF Fabrications, 479 Smoke Shop, Liberty Guns and Ammo, Vaseline Concrete, and Elite Reels. Mark Reese, Hydro Quarter Zone outside, Jim Shelton, Smoking Whitey inside. And the inside lane, Jim Shelton is Smoking Whitey goes 606 at 133.54 miles an hour. Out that lane, Mark Reese a 594 at 141.46 miles an hour. All right, next up, outside lane, Bob Miller in Head Games. And I got no info on the hometown or the sponsor. He just showed up. Anyway, and the inside lane is Ken Petrovic and Orion out of Menifee, California. Sponsored by KP Automotive, Farmer John Racing, Mike Miller Engines, and ARA One Dry Sump Tanks. Hey guys, hey. There you go. Yeah, have her do that just a little bit. Hey, you know, if when you get and the inside lane, Ken Petrovich and Orion shuts off the timers of 6:13 at 105.06 miles an hour. Outside lane, Bob Miller in head games only lays down an 8:01 at a speed of 101.44. Hey, Joe. There you go. Yeah, just put it on the back of his bumper. All right, next up. Outside lane is Frank Cruz in Last Toy. Sponsored by Hutchinson Racing Engines, Daryl Jensen, Joey Martin, Roy Cook, Pam Cruz, Melissa Cruz, and Paul Cruz. And the inside lane, Greg Walsh, Chemical Reaction. 510-inch motor in a Sanger, big black Chevy. Outside, the 540-inch Chevy motor and a Cole TR2 flat bottom out of Bakersfield, California. And at the finish line, Greg Walsh was lifting that sponsor just a little bit there. He runs a 5:65 at 145.38 miles an hour. And over the outside lane, Frank Cruz runs a 6:09 at 135.64 miles an hour. All right, who we got coming up next? Yeah, that's a lot better. Continuing on our test and tunes here.
Okay. My balls aren't crooked. Will that work, Roger?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's great. That's great, yeah. That way I can see the... Oh. All right, next up, over the outside lane is going to be Christopher Wasinger in Rat Attack. Sponsored by Top Notch Embroidery in Bling, Parker, Arizona. Chad's Custom Exhaust. Perfection Boat Covers. HD Marine Detailing. Field Time Tactical Range and Billy Wing Snacks. Inside is going to be Tony Hammonds in Pickle Nasty. Also, outside lane sponsored by Jet Performance Marine, Bostic Race Engines, Marine Performance Design, and MSF Custom Trailers. Whoa! And something like going the inside lane on Tony Hammonds. Looked like he had a good run going, and all of a sudden she just went quiet. Outside lane, Christopher Wasinger runs a 9:15 at 81.02 miles an hour. And it looks like we're going to need a tow for Tony out there. That Pickle Nasty, something got right here in front of me, got a good run going, got right here in front of me, and something in the boat went, I don't want to do this anymore. All right, going to move in on slow with the tow vehicle up there because make sure they want to go in slow just in case this guy wants to fire back up, he's out of the way. Huh? Oh, they don't have speakers. They don't have speakers that way. Yeah, they're right here. Yeah, and then they're all that direction. Yeah. Sir.
I'm going to cut off, test, and tune it.
All right, listen up, guys and gals, and boys and girls, and dogs and cats. You got 20 minutes of test and tune left. 20 minutes. Test and tune cuts off at 10:15. Okay, at 10:15, if you are not up even with the timing tower, go back to your pit. The cutoff is right behind the timing tower at 10:15. That's 20 minutes from now. Now they're getting hooked up on Tony out there. Get him moved over out of the way.
Nope, I never got back yet. Everything else blew up. One of the double check.
All right, next up, as we get to him, outside lane is going to be Gary Riggins in High Strung out of Visalia, California. It's a 500-inch motor in a Honda flat, sponsored by Bob, Justin, Mike, Her, Racing Engines, and Racing Engines Bullets Extreme. And inside lane is going to be Kelly Black in Cold Blooded. He's sponsored by Kelly's Custom Tile, NorCal Properties, and Shave Ice in Paradise. Gives a thanks to his crew of Brad Black, Jim and Pam Guerrero, and Brina and Daniel Cocker. Engine was built by Her Performance at Sean and Frank. Pair of Procomp flats coming at us next. Like I said earlier today, this is my first trip out here for you guys, so if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please come up and correct me on it. Tell me the right pronunciation, how to say it the right way, but do it gently, because I'm a very sensitive guy. Well, now, you know, if I lived up on the hill over there, I would be having a St. Patrick's weekend party like you would not believe. All my friends and stuff, come on, sit in the backyard and watch some boats just go down here and be ignorant. Hey, nobody ever said we was in our right mind.
What's that?
All right, once again, test and tune cutoff is exactly behind me right here at the timing tower. If you are not past the timing tower at 10:15, don't bother. Once again, Gary Riggins in High Strung in the outside lane. Kelly Black's Cold Blooded inside. And for you people that don't understand, outside lane is the lane farthest away from over here where I'm at. Inside lane is over here by me. So just thought I'd clarify that. Again, remind everybody, next race here is April 20th and 21st. And that's the same weekend as your High Points banquet here, which will be up at the golf club, right, Joe? Yep, going to be a great time. I don't know if I'll be here or not, but that's your next race, and that's where your banquet's at. Again, don't forget that Roguemore Industries are setting up there in the food court. They've got all their barbecue and stuff, I think, all ready to go. The official food vendor of the N.J.B.A. And then also right next door, you got the lady there at the hamburger stand in the red trailer. And I believe she's collecting recyclables. If you got recyclables, take them to the hamburger stand, and they're recycling them to help homeless people. Also, right up in that area, don't forget,
Huh?
Truck and trailer.
Truck and trailer for boat number 475 to the Lagoon ramp. Truck and trailer for boat number 475 to the Lagoon ramp. All right, Craig Lucas in the outside lane now. Little Blue, a Cole TR1 with a big block in it, 555 inch. Out of Danville, California, sponsored by A1 Construction, Lincoln Speed Drives, and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Inside, Charles Calva, Shades of Gray, sponsored by his Social Security. Also, Mike O'Neill of Route 66 Restorations, and he's out of Bullhead City, Arizona. Charles Calva, Shades of Gray inside. Outside lane, Craig Lucas shuts off the timers at 625 at 130.18 miles an hour. Inside lane, Charles Calva having a few problems there, but did okay, 906 at 86.17 miles an hour. .475 trailer and truck to the Lagoon ramp. All right, who we got coming up next here in our test and tune? Test and tune will end in about 13 minutes. All right, who will come up next? Outside, it is going to be Tim Eagle and Little Sister. I guess driving for Donnie LeBon out of Wilmore, California. A Placecraft jet, 466-inch Ford motor in it. Sponsored by Pleasure Boat Specialties, Hydrophobia Racing, Jim Piscata Racing, and Bob Fry High Noon Racing. And over in the inside lane, Nicholas Childers in Paycheck. That's racing. Hey, Joe. When I was 11 years old, I worked for a stock boy in a grocery store back in Illinois, and Orange Childers owned the store, and he gave me my paycheck. Anyway, Sponsored by Rex and Tracy Childress, Lloyd and Ellen Childress. Also, Westerfield Motorsports, Allen Racing, and Born Vintage Hot Rods. 540-inch motor in a coal flat bottom inside. A Placecraft jet in the outside. Both had a little bit of I don't know what's going on with that. Both had a little problem there. Nicholas Chowder's inside. Runs a 722 at only 70.48 mile. Left looked like a good run going, but he got about the 660 and just kind of went, man, that's enough. Anyway, Tim Winger outside lane runs a 1079 at 64.05 miles an hour. Sounded like it was laying down a little bit. All right, next up. 10 minutes left on Test and Tune. 10 minutes left on Test and Tune. The cutoff is behind me right here at the timing tower. If you're not there in 10 minutes, don't bother coming. All right. Outside lane is going to be Michael Jewell in N.J.B.A out of Orange, California. He gives a special thanks to Craig, the engine builder, Brody. And also to Charlene, Irma, Steve, and Shannon. Inside, Kelly Arhead, that thing something spelled on it. Horse with no name out of Hickman, California. Blowing gas flat inside, pro gas flat outside. Easy. Outside lane got a little bit spooky there, and I remember Joe Shelpo saying he's going to keep a good sharp eye on those guys in the flat bottom, so heebie-jeebie, look out. Outside lane runs an 833 at 123.84. Inside lane runs a 635 for Kelly at 114.22. I need somebody to check the spelling on that. Is Kelly Arhead? Or is that Reed? It's just a different spelling for Reed. I've seen some strange spellings around the country, so that could be possible. Reed? Okay, good. All right, good. All right, Kelly Reed, it's the different spelling of Reed. All right, who we got coming up next here? Our illustrious starter, Mike DeClark. All right, David Poffenbarger in Rambunctious out of Pleasanton, California. Sponsored by, the G is pronounced as a germ. That's sponsored by D21 Enterprises and Wood Racing. Inside, Jordan Endler in Bad Medicine out of Santa Ynez, California. Is sponsored by Mark Endler Snap-on Tools, Magnum Greg's TV and VCR Repair, and Pulleys Excavating. And the inside lane, Jordan Endler runs a 645 at 118.64 miles an hour. Outside lane, David Poffenbarger runs a 675 at 99.55 miles an hour. All right, 2 boats left out there. Then we got 3 boats. Then we got to reload the rope. Outside lane, Jim Faulkner in Blown Again. Inside lane, Perry Rennie in Daydream out of Paso Robles, California. Sponsored by Valley Speed Bee Marine, Doug Elred Welding, Glass Tech Construction, J&J Farms, Altered Ego Speed Shop, Brian K. Landscape, and Rennie Family. Inside lane, sponsored by Skyler Electric this weekend. Outside lane, Chris Yeager Racing. Okay, there could be a single run in the inside lane. Perry Rennie in the Skyler Electric Company lane. Daydream. Actually out of Paso Robles, California. 468-inch Chevy motor.
Look to your left. The sun is epic right now.
Oh my god, I need to put this on my damn thing.
I don't know how to do this.
And at the finish line, Perry Rennie and Daydream shuts off the timers with a 6:55 at 117.50 miles an hour. All right, safety pass is going to be over the outside lane. I was just informed of that over the radio. The outside lane is going to be a safety pass. Jim Faulkner. Apparently had some major changes or either new. In that event, we run them singles. Got the N.J.B.A. rescue team out there on the water. Those are the only people that we hope comes to a race and doesn't do a thing all weekend long. And that's our safety crews. Jim Faulkner, safety pass. All right, 660 class, warm them up. 660 class, warm them up.
And Pro Gas Flat. The first four warm.
Here. Okay. All right, listen up. 660 class, Super Eliminator, blown gas flat, Pro Gas Flat, warm them up and stand by. Once again, 660, Super Eliminator, blown gas flat, Pro Gas Flat, warm them up and stand by. You're going to be towed. All right, listen up. I'm going to read a list of cars. Security went through the pits. We have these vehicles that have no parking passes. You need to come get it taken care of or they will be towed. I was just handed a list here. We have a Honda Civic white with the tag 8FCU193. We have a GMC Yukon black 8WGB670. We have a Chevy Silverado High Country white. So it's 00251E3. Another Chevy 2500 HD Z71 black. Also a Chevy Trax active dark brown. We have a Dodge Ram 2500. Also DA22 D77. If you got a card, just match what I said. You need to get up there and get your parking pass, or it will not be there when you get back. All right, Jesse Gregerson, flight risk outside, single run. All right, Jesse Gregerson, outside in flight risk out of Brentwood, California, sponsored by Crane and Hoist Services, Gross Racing Engines, CJ Carburetors. Runs through, runs a 635 at 129.01 miles an hour. Next up, outside, is going to be Christopher Cranford driving for Steve and Beth Cranford in Altered States. Sponsored by Joe and Donna Peck, Joe and Gina Shelpo, Mike and Francis Boston, Robert Robinson Construction, Chris Curtis Manufacturing, Body by Hank, Baser Orchards, and AMP by Kirsten. And over here in the inside lane, here is Steve Cranford in Quick Decision. Sponsored by the same people out of Watsonville, California. Joe and Donna Peck, Joe and Gina Shelpo, Mike and Francis Boston, Robert Robinson Construction, Chris Curtis Manufacturing, Body by Hank, and Baser Orchards, and AMP by Kirsten. Altered State outside, Quick Decision inside. Test and tune is closed. Test and tune is closed. If you're not past me, go on back. And the inside lane had to shut it off a little bit there. Only a 597 to 103.99. Outside lane, Christopher Cranford at Altered States runs a 616 at 144.01. Again, test and tune is now closed. Test and tune is now closed. If you are not past the timing tower, do not bother coming. Go back to your pit. 660 class, Super Eliminator, blown gas flat, and Pro Gas flat. Warm them up and stand by. All right, Skylar Electric, our inside lane sponsor this weekend, and Chris Yeager Racing, our sponsor in the outside lane. All right, single run coming up now. Mark Reese owns the boat. Steve Burnett doing the driving. Molly Go. Says here, okay, fine. Please announce the driver as Stevie B. Okay. A.K.A. Steve Burnett, but Stevie B. All right, anyway, sponsored by Reese Motorsports, CarQuest, Hound Dog Racing, McLogan.com, and Gore Fuel Systems. Single one inside. Sir, don't step over the red tape. All right, I guess we get the top end cleared. Make sure everything's good up there. Waiting for the thumbs up from the driver. Stevie B's Molly Girl.
Huh? I almost got my hands dirty. Why? I'm doing stuff.
Once again, 660 class, Super Eliminator, blown gas flat, Pro Gas flat. Warm them up and stand by, boys and girls. Again, test and tune has been closed off. Test and tune has been closed off. No more boats to test and tune. Okay, all you people, you pay for car passes, come up here to the timing tower. Come to the timing tower and get your car pass. Okay, here we go. Oh, side by side. Outside lane in the Kurt Jaeger lane. Eddie Cochran, then Hangman. Sponsored by the Clark Construction, GS Marine. Inside lane, Stevie B, Molly Girl, I already told you about him. And also Eddie Calkins, sponsored also by M&D and A&T. Inside lane had some problems on the lead. Outside lane, Eddie Calkins runs a 6:43 at 113.32 miles an hour. Inside lane, Stevie B runs a 8:75 at 91.93 miles an hour. All right, coming up next, going to be Stephen McNeil in the outside lane in Unk. And the inside lane, Mike Torgerson, Breaking Bad, out of Paso Robles, California, sponsored by Single Jack Speed Marine and Templeton Flooring. And I got this floating thing in front of me here. He's got his drone going, and he's doing videos also with the drone, so can have a good thing up and down the thing. Thing's pretty cool. All right, Stephen McNeil in the outside lane, which is Chris Yeager's lane, and the inside lane, Mike Torgerson's Breaking Bad in the Skyler Electric lane.
What do you need? Tape is right next to Roger. Yeah, because I just won't broadcast.
It's hard to hear, honestly.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay, single run inside. It's Skyler Electric lane. Mike Torgerson, boat owned by Ron Harrer, also out of Paso Robles. Breaking Bad. And at the 1,000 foot, Mike Torgerson runs a 582 at 134.26 miles an hour.
Yeah, go ahead. Rescue one. Mike Clark. I'll give you. Yeah, we're going to let him land right now. So let rescue one and rescue two now. Roger, call me on the phone. Roger, call me on the phone. Rescue 2, Rescue 1. Copy that.
Hey, Joe. Joe, who would that want me to call him on the phone?
Clark.
Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Do I have to call the Clark? Yes, sir.
Joe, shelf open.
You what now? Yeah? Who is that? Oh, Jesus. We got him coming here and he ain't even got a boat? Got it, okay. All right, see that airplane coming in there? That is Sean Reed. Ran a drag boat top secret. Well, he's now got a top fuel drag car. He's in Pomona racing next. He just came from Florida. Huh? Yeah, came from Gainesville. He's going to come in and land and visit with us for a little bit. I'm pretty sure going to go see his buddy Kevin Kinsley. So that's Sean Reed coming in. Like I say, he's got his new top fuel drag car. And he'll be in Pomona. As long as you don't do like Shirley Muldowney did many years ago, as I announced in the St. Louis Ice Race, Shirley Muldowney comes in a plane. What'd she do? Lands in the middle of the track, takes her time and equipment out. Duh. Okay, good. Now, all right, we'll get that airplane over out of the way, and then we'll go back to drag boat racing. Hey, I know what we ought to do now. Since he brought an airplane to our drag boat race and held us up, we ought to go to Pomona with a drag boat and park it on the track. All right, listen up. Listen up. 660 class, Super Eliminator, Blown Gas Flat, Pro Gas Flat, to the lanes for your qualifying. 660 class, Super Eliminator, Pro Gas Flat, and Blown Gas Flat, to the ramp. All right, once again, 660 class, Super Eliminator, Blown Gas Flat, and Pro Gas Flat to the ramp now. All right, who we got coming up at us here now? What up? Yes, sir. Go right upstairs. Go through that door down there. Yeah. Here, he needs the parking pass. He's coming around that end. Perfect.
Mike, you got a copy? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, waiting to get my numbers back from the other end. See who's on the line coming up next in testing tune. One more time, 660 class, Super Eliminator, Blown Gas Flat, and Pro Gas Flat to the ramp for your qualifying. Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Flat, Pro Gas Hydro, and Pro Comp Hydro.
Jody, Kevin. Faster ride. Right.
Okay, outside lane's going to be a safety pass. That's Stephen McNeil's Unk.
Kevin, do you have a copy? Can you hear me?
Okay, here we go with our safety pass for Stephen McNeil in the Chris Yeager Racing lane outside. Okay. He runs through 13:47 to 46, just kind of easing through.
Okay, Pro Outlaw, Pro Come Flat, Pro Gas. That's the next 5. There's only one blown gas jet.
Okay, listen up. Listen up. Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Flat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, and blown gas flat, or blown gas jet, sorry. Warm them up. One more time. Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Flat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, and blown gas jet. Warm them up and stand by. 660 class, Super Eliminator, blown gas flat, and Pro Gas Flat. You should be on your way to the inside lane. Bill Erklin's in danger zone, runs through a 683 at 124.88 miles an hour. Bob Prigmore's Abracadabra runs through a 666 at 113.38. All right. Okay, next up, outside in the Chris Yeager lane, out of Alpine, California, Duncan Patterson's Whitey, sponsored by JP Marine, Blue Skies Heating and Air, and Mike Miller Racing Engines inside in the Skyler Electric lane, Steve Palladini in Blue Moon, sponsored by Hutchinson Racing, D21, Canton Racing, DG Headers, and Paladin Construction and Joe Shelper Racing. Here at the season opener at Lake Bing in beautiful Bakersfield, California. Oh, outside lane having a problem. Outside lane finally got going there. And at the finish line, inside lane, Steve Palladini in Blue Moon runs at 8:45 at 96.58 miles an hour. Outside lane, Duncan Patterson finally gets to go in Whitey, runs at 7:21 at 83.04 miles an hour. How you doing, Rick Bastinelli? Got some people watching them live on Facebook. Rick Bastinelli watching right now. You're missing a good one, Rick. All right, next pick of the outside in the Chris Yeager racing lane. Brandon Kreider's Wildfire out of Bakersfield, California. Gives a special thanks to his wife, Allie, for letting him run with the boys. And a thank you to the crew. And the inside lane, which is the Skylar lane, is Jim Cowards out of control out of Granada Hills, California. Sponsored by McLogan Supply, Reese Motorsport, Hound Dog Racing, Bear Trailers, Lifeline, Typhoon Cooling, and Lago F Cars, and his wife, Linda. All right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that'll work good. That'll work good. All right, outside lane, Brandon Kreider is there first at 646 at 122.32 miles an hour. Inside lane, Jim Howard out of control, a 668 at 126.89 once he got it going. Let's see, I have a bottle here of Rogue's Freshly Squeezed Lemonade. Huh? Team Rockmore. Yep. Team Roguemore. Yeah, Rockmore. Roguemore! Roger, slap me in the mouth. Don't forget, they got that barbecue stuff up there, too. Got it all ready to go? They got his menu here somewhere. I think it's right here. Yeah, they got the Boog's Burger and Fries. They got Senior's Double Burger and Fries, Maria's Crispy Chicken Burger and Fries, also Millie's Chicken Tenders and Naylor's Chicken Wrap, also sodas, water, and Lodum's Lemonade. Dinner will be ready this evening at 6 p.m. You're shifting to lunch at 11:30. Okay, got it. They're still on the breakfast menu. So if anybody hasn't got your... Oh, they're shifting out of breakfast right now and getting lunch ready. All right, next up. Outside in the Chris Yeager racing lane is going to be Shell Adams in Fluid Motion out of Rancho Santa Fe, California. There's going to be Shell Adams in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. A Daytona Hull, 500-inch Mira Morrison motor, sponsored by Jeff Bennett. Mike Miller Racing Engines, Mike Edmondson. Henry Morris, Marine Performance Designs, Holiday Motorsports. Brian at CP Carrillo, and C&J and Steve Brule at West Tech Performance. The inside lane is going to be Jason Silva driving for Phil Peterson in MDS. Out of Ripon, California. All right, here we go. Fluid Motion over in the Chris Yeager Racing Lane. NVS over here in the Skyler Electric Lane. And good-looking run over in the outside lane. Yeah, real good-looking run. 590, 596 at 128.99. Fluid Motion runs 596 and 128.99. All right, one more time. 660 category. Super Eliminator. Bone Gas Flat. Pro Gas Flat. You should be at the ramp. Okay. All right, Pro Outlaw. Pro Comp Flat. Pro Gas Hydro. Pro Comp Hydro. And Blown Gas Jet. Warm them up and stand by. outside. Looks like Jason Silva's finally got it started. You might want to turn that boat a little more to your left. There, you're right there. There you go. I didn't like that flat bottom pointed straight at me up here. That makes me a little nervous. Jason Silva, once he got her started and lined out, runs a 670 at 111.47 miles an hour. All right, next up. Okay, just about to get through our test and tunes.
They can't be sitting there watching on the lake. They got to keep moving. Maybe we can get a hold of the park ranger and tell.
Over there on the other side, park ranger is coming that way. You cannot be sitting there watching. You got to move on. Yeah, everybody sitting over there at the starting line. You guys got to move on. You can't be sitting there.
Be nice about them, polite, and see if they want to come over, you know what I mean? It's only $20, but my point is we can't have them there sitting there. And if the ranger comes, you might give him a heads up too.
All right, next up, over in Southside, under Chris Jagger Racing, Georgia Masick in Child Abuse. Boat owned by Joe and Larry Masick, sponsored by Tom Masick Racing Engines, Amber Electric, Dick Rose Insurance, SoCal Jet Boats, Naughty Shine, Dad, Step Lorry, the Roaches, Grandma, and Auntie Ann. And the inside in the Skylar Electric Lane out of Northridge, California, Sean Rogers and Barbarian, sponsored by the Rogers Family Circus, Rogers Construction, Poppos, Armenian. And JoJo Masick in Child Abuse runs through with a 7:01 at 1:16.18, and Sean Rogers inside a 7:43 at 1:10.63. All right, next pair coming at us over to Chris Jagger Racing on the outside. It's going to be Rick Blacks and Liquidator. out of Clovis, California, sponsored by Caesars of N.J.B.A Mobile, RV Repairs of Bakersfield. And also a big thanks to Ron and Joey Gross for all their help, and also Sean, Josh, and Skylar Electric Lane is Christopher Weisinger in Rat Attack. Sponsored by Chad's Custom Exhaust, Top Notch Upholstery and Bling, also Perfection Boat Covers, 8D Marine Detailing, Field Time Tactical Range, Billy's Wing Shack, Jet Performance Marine, Plastic Racing Engines, Marine Performance Design, and MSF Custom Trailers. Runs at 9:14 at 81.75 miles an hour. Rick Box finally gets it going. It only 24:21, but lay down a decent mile an hour, 120.97 miles an hour.
I don't really want to do the pro gas flats yet because they call the whole hot spot job. Okay, run super E. How many do we have? Right now I only have 3 super E boats.
All right, next up, outside the Chris Yeager Racing Lane, Brandon Owens in Bastard. Yeah, it's a Bastard. Anyway, inside lane, Ken Petrovic in Orion out of Menifee, California, sponsored by KP Automotive, Farmer John Racing, Mike Miller Engines, and ARA One Dry Sump Pumps, or Sump Tanks, sorry. Also thanks to 629 Racing, Big D, Jeff Bennett, Carrie, Candy, and Mom and Dad. And the inside lane, Ken Tedesco on a good run, runs a 580 at 123.14 miles an hour. Brandon Owens over in the Chris Yeager lane runs a 990 at 55.12 miles an hour.
Sounds good. Send those up and we'll get them in. Joe Pack, this is John.
All right, and one more time. Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Flat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, Blown Gas Jet. Warm them up and stand by. Okay, looks like we got one, maybe 2 boats left for our test and tune. Yep, outside now. Here we go. John Faulkner in Blown Again over in the Chris Yeager Racing Lane outside. And then we got a capsule boat coming in behind him. I think I remember that, seeing a picture. Is it Jason Irick? Is that the name on that boat? I'm trying to program my memory for out here, guys and gals. So I think I saw it. Maybe it might be another boat. I'm probably wrong. But then again, I could be right. Then I'll feel good. What about it? solo round. John Faulkner shuts off the timers with an 860 at 76.26 miles an hour.
Gary, can I send you one six?
The outside road.
Okay, absolutely no vehicles can be parked outside of the track. We just got notice from the sheriff. There's cars parked on the outside of the track. You cannot park there. They will ticket you quickly.
Heads up, but council go right lane. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Okay, let's see who Mike the clerk is going to send me next here. All right, next up going to be Randall Lemon. Oh, here we go. Wicked When Wet. Out of Ione, California. 540-inch motor. And the Chris Yeager Racing lane outside. And Randy Lemmon's having trouble getting it fired up out there. Oh, now I know the problem out there. I just heard him on the radio. You know, when you take a drag boat out to the starting line, it's not going to start if you don't turn that power switch on. Oh! See there, that's working better already. Honey Lemon, Wicked One Wet. Running in Pro Outlaw with a 520 index.
That sounds horrible.
I had the RPM right back because I knew he was going to do that. He's not supposed to. He stays in. That's fine.
Okay, I know what the problem was. Crew came up and said, that's exactly why I have those RPMs back like that. He wasn't supposed to do that, and he did it anyway. But, well, I think I'll see a hand slap when he gets back to the pits. I'm going to smack your hand, baby. All right, only a 693 at 109.81 miles an hour. Okay, hey, everybody on the bank up there, toward the finish line. Start waving. The drone's flying by, getting a shot for the live stream on the Elite Wheels. Be careful of that, because that be careful of that hydrone, because that sounds like hydrocodone. No. I know. Oh, darn. I said to myself, self, and I knew it was me because I recognized my voice. Well, that was the bad part, yes. I argued with the guy. I lost. All right, now we move. Confusion driving for Jim Hard Racing. Sponsored by Rex Hutchinson Racing Engines, Amsoil, Cole Boats, and thanks to the crew of Jim, James, Todd, and Big Mark, the boys from the hood. And the inside, Skylar Electric Lane, Mike Davis, in Dead Man's Hand, boat owned by Jim Robertson out of Hayward, California. Driver's hometown, Citrus Heights, California. Special thanks to Matt Hudson and family, and to Grant Hutchinson and Joe Shelfo. You got your name on this, Joe? How'd you do that? Hey, you know what? I got to figure out something so you can sponsor me. Joe Shelfo says, you need some help? Yeah, okay, here. I'll punch you, no problem. Anybody need a sponsorship? Joe's up here. I think I just announced my last race for Joe. All right, first round of qualifying in the 660 category. Like I said, Chris Yeager Racing Lane outside, Skylar Electric Lane inside. We thank them so much for their sponsorship. Along with our other sponsors, Napa Auto Parts, Mr. Ed Miller, Matic Racing, that's Lori and Joe. Also Skylar Electric, which is our running sponsor, and Chris Yeager. L&H Concrete, Dave Long. 629 Racing, that's Austin and Marjorie Cole. And Exotic Auto Body, which is Jared Imge. Along with Cuz Radio, 107.9 FM. And K&L Engineering, that's Kevin Lynch. Innovative Pest Management, Allie and Matt. Martin Superchargers. That's Jerry Martin of SoCal Boats. Or SoCal Jet Boats, sorry. Got to get that jet in there. And also, our race headquarters, Courtyard by Marriott. And M&M Racing Fuels, the official fuel supplier of the N.J.B.A. All right, getting our 660 class loaded up out there on the rope. Let me see how many we got in that class. We have 8 entries in the 660 class. Yo, baby. That is called 8 skate and donate. And it looks like we got them, just about got them out there. Got it right. All right, listen up, attention to the pitch. Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Plat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, blown gas jet to the ramp now. Once again, Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Plat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, and blown gas jet to the ramp. All right, here we go with our first round of qualifying in the 6-second category. Grant Hutchinson outside, mass confusion. Mike Davis inside, dead man's hand.
Gary Noodle. Go ahead, Joe. Let's run these blown gas flats. I'm going to go grab it in a second.
This is our 660 category. We're running 8th mile. And just put it out there.
Okay, I'm on the ground. I'm going to stay linked in. So
9:02. All right, who we got coming up next in this? One more time. Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Plat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, blown gas jet to the ramp. All right, next up, looks like it's going to be a single run in the outside lane. It's going to be Eddie Calkins in Hangman. All right, Eddie Calkins, Hangman, 660 class. Qualifying, Eddie Calkins lays down a 446 at 100.69 miles an hour. All right, listen up. I was just told by Kevin, all right, all tow vehicles, all, as in A-L-L, all tow vehicles must have a vehicle pass in their window. All right, so we got coming next up here. I think we're still in our 660 category. We had 8 entries in it. Pocont Flats, our big class. They got 15 boats in that class. Okay, guys, listen up. Hey, why don't you make it easy on our lane guys? These guys back here trying to sort you out and get you in the right order. Put your class designation on your tow vehicle, please. I think it's supposed to be on there anyway by the rule book. If your tow vehicle, please get your class designation on there. These guys back here trying to figure out what you're running, and they're going, oh, you ain't got nothing on there. Let's see. Now, let's run him over here. No. No, put your class designation on your tow vehicles, guys and gals. All right, next up. Oh, Charles Calva, outside in the Chris Yeager Racing Lane, Shades of Gray, sponsored by Social Security, Mike O'Neill of Route 66 Restoration, and all the help for getting it all around together, help and moral support from all the family and friends. Inside the Chicago Electric Lane, Ricky Sneed in Sunday Shooter out of Bakersfield, California, sponsored by Aloha Pools of Bakersfield, Fast Undercar, Bear Mountain Auto Parts, and Rowdy's Pool Service out of Bakersfield. Charles Calva out of Bullhead City, Arizona. And these now are in our stock eliminators. And at the finish line, inside lane, Ricky Sneed runs through with a 793 at 102.81. Outside, Charles Calva shuts them off at 896 at 85.52 miles an hour. And all you people out there that's viewing on Elite Reels, I'm getting a few hits on my Facebook page. Hope you're enjoying the show here from Lake Ming in Bakersfield, California for the season opener. Live streamed on Elite Reels. Ashley Box taking good care of that. And we got our drone guy out there with doing all the drone footage. All right, here we go. Outside lane now, the Chris Yeager lane, Blake Jolly and Hound Dog. Sponsored by Competition Coatings. Iric Racing, also Finished Deckers Concrete Pumping, TBD, Connolly Marine, and Norco Automotive. Inside, Cole Rick in Twice Shy. And we're still in our stock eliminator inside lane. Cole Irick runs 666 at 119.08. And outside, Blake Jolly runs a 726 at 109.18. So Cole Irick lays down a 666 at 119.08. Okay, here's our. No, we got 11 in this. It's super eliminator, sorry, not stock eliminator. It's a super eliminator. Next up, outside in the Chris Yeager Racing Lane, out of Van Nuys, California, Matt Rogers in ringleader. Sponsored by Rogers Construction and Management Group. His wife, Sarah Rogers, and the Rogers Family Circus. Also, Paul Hunian. Also, Anthony Mitch Fernandez and Tyler Snack Bar Coach. Luke Fernandez and the Pounder. Inside the Skylar Electric Lane, Jordan Endler, Bad Medicine, out of Santa Ynez, California. Sponsored by Mark Endler, Snap-on Tools, Magnum Greg CV and VCR Repair, and Police Excavating. Super Eliminators, first round. Got it. Good looking runs out of both of them. Gentlemen, that's the flat. Inside lane, Jordan Wendler lays down a 648 at 118.47 miles an hour. Outside lane, Matt Rogers a 694 at 111.33. All right, listen up. Pro Outlaw, Pro Cop Flat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, and Brown Gas Jet to the ramp. Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Flat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, Brown Gas Jet to the ramp now. All right, outside lane now, the Chris Yeager lane. Steve Palladini in Blue Moon. Sponsored by D21, Hutchinson Racing, Canton Racing, DG Headers, Palladini Construction, and Joe Shelfer Racing. There's that Joe Shelfer guy again. And inside, out of American Canyon, California, Blake Erklin's Danger Zone. Our Mercury Powered Quartermaster Hall, sponsored by American Canyon Training Center, Quality Boat Care, and Kohler Marine Specialties. And at the finish line, inside lane, the Danger Zone gets the first to 693 at 118.64 miles an hour. Steve Palladini in the outside, and as an 806 at 98.36 miles an hour. All right, listen up. Unblown Fuel Jet, River Racer, and Exhibition warming up. Unblown Fuel Jet, River Racer, and Exhibition warm them up and stand by. And again, Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Flat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, Blow Gas Jet to the ramp. Okay, listen up. If you are a photographer here, and you are taking pictures and selling those pictures, come down here and see Mark McLaughlin up here so you can sign the waiver. All right? All right, here we go now. Single line inside lane. This guy, the electric lane, Michael Jewell and N.J.B.A out of Orange, California. 500-inch Chevy motor and a coal flat. Sponsored by Charlene, Irma, Steve, and Shannon. And a special thanks to Craig, the engine builder, Brody. Whoa! And Michael Jewell shuts off the timers. A 488 in the 660 at 92.16 miles an hour. Unblown fuel jet, river racer, and exhibition. Warm them up and stand by. Pro Outlaw, Pro Comp Flat, Pro Gas Hydro, Pro Comp Hydro, and Blown Gas Jet to the ramp. Once again, if you are a photographer here and you're taking pictures and selling them, please come down and see Mark McLaughlin to sign the waiver. All right, next up, in the Chris Yeager lane outside, Tim Eagle's little sister, driving for Donnie Laban out of Livermore, California. Sponsored by Pleasure Boat Specialties, Hydrophobia Racing, Jim Piscata Racing, and Bob Fry High Noon Racing. Inside the Skyler Electric Lane, JoJo Mason, Child Abuse. Sponsored by Tom Mason Racing Engines, Amber Electric, Nick Rose Insurance, SoCal Chin Boats, Naughty Shine, Dad, Step Glory, The Roaches, Grandma, and Auntie Ann. And a thanks to Kevin Fennell and Joe Shelfo.
It'll get you power.
And the inside lane, JoJo Masix, Child Abuse, runs through first, a 7:02 at 1:18:34. And Tim Eagle outside, only an 8:99 at 76.86 miles an hour. Craig Lucas, boat 222. Craig Lucas, boat 222. We're away from you. Sean Reed. Hey, I told him, I said, if I know Sean, I hope he doesn't do like Shirley Muldowney did. When I was announcing like St. Louis International Raceway, Shirley flew an airplane. Guess where she landed?
Don't know.
On the timing lights at the finish line.
Oh, no, I wouldn't hit that. I've never hit one yet.
Hey, looks like you had a pretty good weekend in Gainesville. Didn't tear up a lot of stuff? Good. That's a good thing. Hi, girlfriend. How you doing? Hey, just living the dream.
We'll let you know when we need a 2-minute window to take off.
All right, Sean Reed said, we'll let you know when we need a 2-minute window to take off. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Sean, since you didn't land in our timing system, we'll allow that. All right, coming up next, now we move into Blown Gas Flat. Outside, Jim Shelton smoking whitey. Inside lane, Shane Westerfield's Blown Smoke out of Anaheim, California. Jim Shelton out of Stockton, California. Shane Westerfield, sponsored by Western Motorsports, CP Crow, and GK Spark Plugs. And Jim Shelton, sponsored by O'Reilly's Auto Parts, 3D Custom Boats, Ron and Joey Gross, Digital Propeller, Adams Underground, they have Fabrications, 479 Smoke Shop, Liberty Guns and Ammo, Vaspelina Concrete, and Elite Reels. And Shane Westerfield lays down a number of 579 at 142.40 miles an hour. Jim Shelton outside, a little off pace, only a 789 at 51.63 miles an hour. But Shane Westerfield lays down a good solid 579 at 142.40 miles an hour. All right, who we got coming up next year? Blown Gas Flats. We had 8 of them to enter. 8 of 'em 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 to enter. 8 All right, waiting to get my next set of pairings back from our illustrious starter, Mike DeClark. All right, single run, outside lane in the Chris Yeager lane. Alan Miller in My Checkered Past out of Bakersfield, California, sponsored by Napa Auto Parts, one of our sponsors of the N.J.B.A. It's a single run, outside lane. This is a river racer boat. We only got one in the category, I believe. Yes. Whoa, hello. Well, guess what, Alan Miller? Your checkered past is still there. He runs through at a 15.48 over 37 miles an hour. Other way. Turn it.
Turn it.
There you go.
Yep, he's smarter than it.
All right, next up. Bone Gas Flats back in the class. Outside the Chris Yeager lane, Nicholas Childers Paycheck out of Bakersfield, California, sponsored by Rex and Tracy Childers. Also Lloyd and Ellen Childers, and also Westerfield Motorsports, Allen Racing, and Born Vintage Hot Rods. Inside the Skylar Electric lane, Joe Martin in Flat Confused. 540-inch gross racing motor in a Garo TR2. Nicholas Childers running a 540-inch motor in a Cole flat bottom. And the inside lane, Joe Martin is their first, runs a 6009 at 137.54. And over in the outside lane, Nicholas Childers runs a 614 at 111.43. 611, 143, 6009. All right, listen up. All right after this. Ian Sayers, River Noise in the outside lane, sponsored by Mom's Pocket Change inside. In the Sky Electric lane out of Hickman, California, Kelly Reed in Horse with No Name. And the Brown Gas Flats are looking good today. Inside lane, Kelly Reed at 132.72. And River Noise outside of 629 at 129.00. All right. Unblown Fuel Jet, River Racer, and Exhibition to the ramp. Unblown Fuel Jet, River Racer, Exhibition to the ramp. To the ramp. All right. 10 out of 10.99, the 10 second, 9 second, and 7 second, and 650 category. Warm them up. Once again, the 10-second category, 9-second category, and the 7-second category, 650 brackets. Warm them up. All right, here we go now. Ken Petrovic outside in Orion, out of Menifee, California. Sponsored by KP Automotive, Farmer John Racing, Mike Miller Engines, and AR1 Dry Sump Tanks. In the Chris Yeager lane, inside the Skylar Electric lane, Duncan Patterson's Whitey out of Alpine, California. Sponsored by KP Marine. All right, next up, goes single one in the inside lane. Born Gas Chet. Robert Jones driving for Johns, not Jones, in Tsunami. A stealth hull with a Wilson Power Pontiac 540-inch. Sponsored by Willis Johns, Robert Johns, on-site PC assistance. Sponsor info, Johns, not Jones. Well, who would call that Jones anyway? And Robert Jones runs through with a 643 at 129.13. All right, see what we got coming up here now. All right, single run now in the Skylar Electric lane inside. It's going to be Christopher Westinger in Rat Attack. Sponsored by Top Notch Embroidery and Bling out of Parker, Arizona. Charles Custom Exhaust, Perfection Boat Covers, 8D Marine Detailing, Field Time Tactical Range, Billy's Wing Shack, Jet Performance Marine, Bostic Racing Engines, Marine Performance Designs, and MSF Custom Trailers. Earlier today, he ran a 9:15 at 81.02 miles an hour. Let's see what he can improve on it today. we're going to move into, I believe we're going to move into our Pro Outlaws. Going to get them loaded up on the rope. Again, don't forget, up there in the food court area, Rockmore Industries has got all their above. You're going to get ready to switch over. Well, they might have just switched over to their lunch menu. They got Bugs Burger and Fries, Singer's Double Burger and Fries, Marie's Crispy Chicken Burger, and Mary's Chicken Tenders, and Nay's Kitchen Wraps and Fries. Also, they got sodas and waters and Lodom's Lemonade. Also, you got right next door to them, there's a Red Trailer. After this, you got that's the hamburger lady. And we're also at that area. We've got Drag Boat Review, reporting the need for speed. Anybody wants to help Beverly with that out this way, come see me. I'll get you guys hooked up because she's going to need some help this year. She's taking a little time away and making a light race schedule this year. She's not going to make as many races as she's recovering from her surgery on her back. Also, don't forget Kathleen Worcester and Debbie Julius up there with Races Emergency Support Program. Everybody should belong to that, guys and gals. I can't express it enough. And if you also get your raffle tickets, they got 3 days and 2 nights on Lake Mojave. Enjoying it all from at the Roller Girls Kitchen at that red trailer, right there in the food court. Anyway, back to Race Emergency Support Program. Here comes, here we go, got it. Also on the RFP closeout shirts for $5 as long as they last. And also, they got stickers up there, and everybody, I mean, I joined early every year. I never let it expire. Shouldn't do that. Memberships are $40 for family membership. Also, corporate memberships is $350. The clearance shirts they got right now. The houseboat raffle tickets are $10 a piece. And you can see Kathleen Worcester or Debbie Julius in the vendor area. Or they may come visit you at your pet anytime. You never know. All right, here we go. Jack Royetta, the Choker, out of Oakhurst, California, sponsored by M&M Fuels, Shorty Therapath, Brad Panera, Joe Betancourt, and Ken's Racing Engine. Inside, this guy is Chris Hendrick in Photo Outlaw. Sponsored by Top 64, Old Boy Yesterday, and Precision Machine. Jack Royetta, teamed by Euro, and Sunshine TNT Company. At competition coverage, Irish Racing and Marco Automotive. Miles an hour. And Jack Boyd has problems. And that does it to the lagoon. Wait, Jack Boyd's trailer and vehicle to the lagoon ramp. Alright, so Chris Harvey laid down a good number. Pro Outlaw has a 520 index, and he just laid down a 522 right off the trailer at 179.51. Once again, we need Jack Wright's tow vehicle and trailer to the lagoon out ramp. St. Louis County, Missouri, not St. Louis City. I live in St. Louis County, outside the city. And we got a lot of friends back there that want well, keep us on what's going on, Roger. All you got to do is watch Elite Reels. Ashley Box is live streaming the whole race all weekend long. I already got one guy hit me up on Facebook. He's from North Carolina, Bob Gurley, back in the old American Drag Boat Association days, and the old USDBA, United States Drag Boat. He ran a boat named Forewarning. Okay, looks like we got Jack right under tie, so it shouldn't be too long. We got 5 pro outlaws here this weekend. I'd again like to thank our official photographers here this weekend. Of course, Don Cool Photography, Mark McLaughlin Photography up there on the tower right next to me here, and of course, Ashley Box with Elite Reels. Sponsors, Napa Auto Parts, Mr. Ed Miller, and Magic Racing, that's Ryan Joe. Skyler Electric, one of our lane sponsors, the Fergusons, and Chris Yeager, I think, all the lane sponsor. L&H Concrete, that's Dave Long. 629 Racing, that's Austin and Marjorie Cole. Exotic Auto Body, that's Jared Imge. Also the KUZZ Radio 1079, KL Engineering, Kevin Lynch. And also Martin Superchargers, Jerry Martin and SoCal Jet Boats. Innovative Pest Management, that's Allie and Matt. Courtyard by Marriott, we're all staying out up there. And M&M Racing Fuels, the official fuel supplier of the N.J.B.A. Now, here we go, single run now. Dave Fuentes, money shot over in the Chris Yeager Racing Lane out of Fullerton, California. 555-inch Chevy motor and a watercraft hydro. Give the thanks to Ron Fuentes, the crew chief, for his help. Thanks to the team members of Tony, Sean, and Heisman family. That's Ricky, Kevin, Lou, and Mike. Had a good look around down there. Just lightened up a little bit. Still runs through 639. It coasting through at 86.88 miles an hour. All right, listen up. For the next list of cars in here with no car passes, if I say car here, style of car, have we got the license plate numbers? We can run them through the sheriff if we need to. I have a red Buick LaCrosse. I have a yellow Chevy Tracker. I have a white GMC CR 3500. I have a white Honda Accord EX. A white with blue design Ford F-350 Super Duty diesel. A black Mercedes. A chip and white plate Chevy Silverado. LT Duramax. A white Ford F-350. A black Honda Civic. A black Mazda CX-50. A white Super Duty Ford FX4. I have a white Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, a black Dodge Ram 2500 heavy duty, and a Dodge Ram 1500 white SXT. If I just call that, go to your car, you do not have a vehicle pass. I should not have let you out of the front gate. All right, listen up. 10-second category, 9-second category, 7-second category, 650 bracket, to the ramp. All right, once again, 10-second category, 9-second category, 9-second bracket, 7-second bracket, and 650 bracket, to the ramp.
Let me cross the course, get out of the way.
All right, Pro Cop Hydro coming up now. Steve Cranford. Rider Steve and Bev. Quick decision into Chris Yeager Racing Lane out of Watsonville, California. Sponsored by Joe and Donna Peck, Joe and Gina Shelfo, Mike and Francis Botson, Robert Robson Construction, Chris Curtis Manufacturing, Body by Hank, Bazor Orchards, and AMP by Kirsten. First run today was a 597 at 103.99. out of Bakersfield, California. This affects the Hudson Racing Engine, Harold Jensen, Joe Martin, Roy Cook, Pam Cush, not Pam Cush, sorry, and Melissa Cush and Paul Cush. Outside lane, Kelly Black is their first in cold-blooded, runs 644 at 124.83 miles an hour. And inside is Jake Brickfield. And Snake Bite runs a 640 at 123.26. The inside Brandon Quater's Wildfire out of Bakersfield, California, in the Skyler Electric Lane. Sponsored by T&T Truck and Crane Service, Geiger Motorsports, CP Corolla, Iris Pistons, Rex Hutchinson Racing Engines, Elite Wheels, Uncle Jeff Taxi, and the carburetors inside the Skyler electric lane.
Cole Irish went 661 and 116.75. And Jesse Gregerson has a problem. He's just going to clear the course for him. Good job. Next up, outside the Quick-Jagger Racing Lake, out of San Ynez, California, Jordan Endler in Bad Medicine. Sponsored by Mark Endler at Snap-on Tools, also Magnum Greg's TV and DC Repair. Chuck and Doug's Transmission. Who he's estimating is Jacob the Kid Rodriguez Plumbing Company. And a big thanks to Joe Shelfo. Inside the Skyler Electric Lake, out of Northridge, California, Sean Rogers driving for Matt Rogers in Barbarian. Sponsored by the Rogers Family Circus, Rogers Construction and Management Group, Bob and Sarah, Paul, Mitchell, Snack Bar, Luke, and the Pounder. All cut flat bottoms, these are. Runs a 644, 118.92, and Sean Rogers placed through a 754 at 111.94. 5 at 117.50 miles an hour. Let's see if he worked on his tune-up.
Get a second, see if you can find that channel.
All right, very ready. Full count flat bottom. Like I say, out of Paso Robles, California. Let's see if he can do better than his 655 on the first run. He slowed down to a 665 at 116.91, and that'll put him as number 5 qualifier.
It doesn't.
Sideways, the Quick Breaker Racing Lane out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona is Shell Adams in Fluid Motion. Driving for Shell Adams out of Rancho Santa Fe, California. And inside in the Skyler Electric Lane, Tim Eagle and Little Sister driving for Donnie Lamont out of Livermore, California. Sponsored by Chip Moscato Racing and Hydrophobia Racing. At 132.32 miles an hour, inside lane Tim Eagle at 880 at 82.02. The Quick Breaker Racing Lane. There's going to be Brian Glidewell in Blown by Twins. Sponsored by 252G Construction, the Swim Step Mafia, Glidewell Performance Marine, 62 High Racing, Superior Village, Whitey out of Alpine, California inside. Outside lane, Brian Glidewell gets their first one to 577 at 131.53. And Duncan Patterson inside in the Skyler Electric lane with the 590 at 119.57.
We had the souvenir there. Okay, everybody needs to have your armbands on also. We got people walking around, you don't have armbands on. You need to have your armbands on. Okay, outside lane, Ken Petrovich gets there first up 567 at 131.93. And the inside lane, Tony Hammond and Nickel Nancy left to 605 at 114.25. Second vote, quick eliminator, 6-second vote, final call to the ramp. Quick eliminator, 6-second vote, final call to the ramp. 660 votes. Blow gas flat, warm them up and stand by. Okay, wait to get our pegs back to the starting line for our next pair. Just won't even pull down now.
Boy, day's really turning out nice here. Beautiful day here at Lake May in Bakersfield, California for the season opener for the National Jet Boat Association. Don't forget, next race here is April 20th and 21st. We'll be back here again at Lake May. Again, I've got cars parked at the out-ramp. You're getting ready to be towed. If you are parked in the out-ramp area, go move them immediately. All right, next up, outside in the Chris Yeager Racing Lane. It's going to be out of Lodi, California, Bill McQuinn in No Clue. Sponsored by Kenny Myers, Joe Shelto, and Lifeline. And over here in the Skyler Electric Lane inside is JoJo Basic in Child Abuse. Drivers for Joe and Lori Mason, sponsored by Tom Mason Racing Agents, Amber Electric, Big Rose Insurance, SoCal Jet Boat, Naughty Shine, Dad, Steph Lori, Steph Lori, The Roaches, Grandma, and Andy Ann. All right. Okay, at the finish line.
91 at 119.85 miles an hour. Outside lane, Bill McQuinn runs through at 7:03 at 111.83. Okay, Josh Finnegan had just called me. I called him after he sent me a text. Said it was sounding a little weak or blurry out there on the live feed. Come to find out it was just an overpowered thing. We got her down. She's perfect. I just called him back. Josh Finnegan said that's perfect. And you know Josh Finnegan, that's the smoke on the water guy. There's El Reno, Oklahoma. Okay, next pair coming up at us. Outside in the Chris Jaeger Racing Lane, Matt Rogers, ringleader out of Van Nuys, California. Sponsored by Rogers Construction and Management Group. And his wife, Sarah Rogers, and the Rogers Family Circus. Also Paul Bonilla, Anthony Mitch Fernandez, Tyler's the snack bar coach, and Luke Fernandez and the pounder. And over here in the Skyler Olympic Race, out of American Canyon, California, Bill Hercules. In Danger Zone, a quartermaster home, Mercury Power, sponsored by American Canyon Training Center, Quality Boat Care, and Kohler Marine Supply. And gives a thanks to the Trailer Drivers Marine. There goes our drone again, heads down toward the starting line. Matt Rogers quickly going outside lane, Bill Hercules in Davis on the inside. Home out for him this weekend. Quartermaster home. The guy back east. Any long moves to go. And it's Charlie Johnson. Very good guy. He's on the movie trip. He had a captain hydro.
So everything that was working earlier.
That's the Chevy and a cold flat bottom in the outside lane. Little 194 cubic inch. Mercury motor in the inside. So top eliminator category, 7-second boat. N.J.B.A. switched to 1,000 foot this year. Just to be like everybody. 7:02. That will make him number one qualifier at 112.86 miles an hour. So Hartland breaks out. Oh, check this out. On a 7:0 dialing, he runs 6.999. Breaks out by a thousandth of a second. Runs 1:16.91. That'll still put in number 3 qualifier. 660 votes. One gas flat vote. Warm them up and stand by. Okay, we got a fixture here. All right, outside in this J.B.A Racing Lane is Christopher Waitinger in Ran Attack. Bunch of Chaz cuts things off, top notch of Rotary and Blade, and Perfection boat covers. Inside, Ricky Sneeze, Sunday Shooter out of Bakersfield, California, sponsored by Aloha Cruise of Bakersfield, Fast Undercar, Bear Mountain Auto Repair, and Rowdy's Full Service of Bakersfield. Christopher Waitinger also inside lane, the Sunday Shooter gets there first, runs a 788. 788, that's 101.21 miles an hour. And Christopher Waitinger runs through the 916, that's 81.46 miles an hour. outside lane.
I gotta go get the kid.
Talk to you later. Smoke one. Probably about 100
Well, I know one thing. Brand Owens has got to work on his reaction time, but 2.02 light's not going to go for his elimination. He runs at 868. 868 to 69.15 miles an hour.